Greetings once again, Chaotix. This is Mama Jen. So, hopefully, I'll be able to do the week 2 and 3 recap video and upload this at the same time. But this video, I'm just doing the final week recap on my Stepford Wives challenge. The biggest thing I think I was trying to do this week was be intentional about prayer and be intentional about memorizing scripture. The other thing, and I'll get more into that in a second, but the other thing was, and this isn't Stepford per se, but I have an addictive personality, so let's just go with that. I have been semi-addicted to candles lately, and I bought several on clearance, and I bought one for my class at church, for my children's class, and I have noticed a great improvement overall in my home and in my classroom at church. Just by using a candle and praying more. In regards to my husband, I have been praying for him, which is something that I did sort of sporadically. And I know that's probably a bad wife thing to say, but it's true. I don't really pray for much of anybody unless they are put on my heart for some reason, or if God just puts them in my mind for some reason, then I'll start praying for them. But for the most part, I usually just pray, keep him safe, make sure he doesn't die on the road. But I did find a website that was about 25 intentional prayers that you can do for your husband, and I've been going through that, and I did all of them, and I prayed for each one every day for my husband, or almost every day. And I don't know if it changed anything or not, but it did change for him anyways. I don't know, but it changed something within me, because it made me more mindful about my husband, and it made me more, it just made me think about him a lot more, because that was something that I hadn't been doing lately, and thinking, how can I make him more happy, which was also something that I had been on again, off again doing. Now, I won't lie, at the end of this past weekend, we did have an argument. It was over money, but I was the first to apologize. It was my fault. I won't get into the gritty details, but it was my fault. I had wrongly accused him of something, and it wasn't true, and he forgave me, and he apologized too, because we did have a bit of a shouting match, which I know is a no-no in Stepford. And just in general, we just don't like to yell, because we can shake the house if we want to, and it's pretty bad. But anyways, so we got over that, and then he left. I had been a little bit intentional also about ways to make my husband happier and more comfortable at home, because I understand that with him gone all week, he does have a lot on his plate when he comes home. I really wish that we could come to the point where he gets home and he really doesn't have to do anything, but unfortunately, I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, largely because we're trying to do the homesteading thing, and we're trying to be more self-sufficient overall as much as we can, considering we live in a rented house and everything else. And a lot of that, it requires both of us, and it doesn't require just me, and I can't do everything. I would love to say that I can, but this is a joint decision, and as such, we want to do it together. But unfortunately, the only time we have to do it is when he's home. So yeah. But I have been trying on some level throughout the month to make it a little bit easier on him. One of the things I did do was I got wood when he asked me to, because he had been unable to do so for, I think, 2 weeks, because we just had so much going on that he just could not get out to the lumber mill to get some wood. So I went out and got it myself in my car, and he also had asked the landlady, and I kind of my spirit got really mad about it, because I hate asking other people for help. I know that we just have to sometimes, and that's one of those humbling things, but unfortunately at that time I was just like, why did you do that? But then I quickly just shut up and took it, and I said thank you, and took it as that. But the next day I did go out and get wood myself, because I really don't have an excuse for that. I could just go out and get it myself. It's not like I don't have the room in my car to do it. I have a Suburban, for goodness sake, so there's just no excuse for me not to go get wood myself. So I did that. The other thing was, I tried really, really hard not to complain as much and to really just shut up and give him a chance to speak, because that's one of the things that, because the way he is and I'm the way that I am, that I will tend to just blab, 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 and he will just sit there and take it. And a lot of times he may have something good to say, and I just won't hear it, or I won't even know it because I'm just off in my own little world blabbing away. And, so as a result, I've been trying really hard to listen more. I haven't always been successful in that, but I've been trying. And it's interesting that when you give men the chance to say something, they will, and it will come directly from their heart or from the innermost part of them, which is, at least that's the way it is with my husband. Now, again, my husband may be different. I don't know, but he's my only husband, so I'm just going to take that for what it is. And, you know, I had gotten a lot of revelation this month from him that I hadn't had before. And if I would ask him something and just give him a moment and not like belittle what he said or complain about what he said, um, I think that helped me. It might have helped him, but again, I can't speak for him, so I don't really know. Um, but that was one of the things that I had also done, was just try and listen more instead of talk so much. Um, I also tried not to mock or belittle his decisions, which I had again mentioned that before. A lot of times I say we need to dream together, we need to dream together, and then when he would come up with these things, and maybe it's just the single mom in me that kind of, it grates my soul when he first says it, but then after a while I go, okay, well, this is what he wants, and it's not just me anymore, and I got to do this. But um, I've been trying to suppress that grating nerve feeling, and I'm still working on that. Um, it's not that he has stupid ideas or anything, or bad ideas. It's just that I'm just used, because, I've been a single mom for 10 years and I'm just really used to doing things on my own. So anytime somebody tells me to do something, I'm like, why are you doing that? But maybe that's just me. I don't know. But the other thing I did was, I was more intentional, and I had done it and didn't realize I was doing it. But I had been starting to apologize more for everything, um, which was something on the website, and I didn't realize that I did it so much. But I started doing it a little more just to see if it made a difference, and it seems like it does. Um, Even if you're just saying, I'm sorry, and it's not even your fault. A lot of times, you know, and I'm not talking, well, I shouldn't speak generally. My husband took it as like, okay, I'm sympathizing with you. Because he started doing it too, but, um, and I had gotten to an extreme to it at one point, not during this challenge, but many years ago. Um, I don't know where I got it from, but I just picked up the habit of saying I'm sorry whenever somebody says bad news or something, and just sort of went with it. But I kept doing it, and I did it more during this challenge and during this week. And I have to say overall that it kind of did help me relate a little bit more, and it helped my husband open up more communication wise, um, which was a good thing, even though it was just the two simple words of I'm sorry repeatedly. So the other thing was, I got into the habit probably, maybe into the second week, not always, but like into the second week, I think. And the only one time I couldn't do it was obviously because you know what. But so I only had to do it 2 weekends this month. But when he was home, I did wear lingerie, or well, the one time he did tell me he'd prefer me without anything, and I did not refuse his advances. And I have to say that I think this month was probably the most we've had lovemaking, like, ever. And I think also because my husband saw that I was trying, which is something that I'm not really used to doing. I'm just kind of used to just having it happen and just me being like a byproduct or something. I don't know. But actually intentionally willing, going and saying, yes, okay, let's do this, and just putting out that effort to even just put on a simple negligee, um, really made a difference in our lovemaking this month. Um, and like I said, just not refusing, which I thought it was kind of I guess what I was trying to do is be cute in my refusing and saying, no, we don't have time. But, he took that as literally, no, I didn't want to do it. And I was just kind of flirting with him. But I started to see that if I just let it happen and just say, okay, or if I just go along with it, if he's in the mood, even though it's not usually my time, my peak time to be in the mood, and just go with it, that it will happen. And he will make more of an effort to go and do it. So, those are the things that I had noticed this past week-ish, month-ish. Um, and it was really great. I was really happy with it. Um, and I think I will keep doing it. I will keep doing the Stepford Wives Challenge. Now, with me only doing it for the first month and trying to get a feel of it, I think I can slow down a little bit and I can do a week at a time and do maybe one thing here or there. But for the most part, I am really enjoying it and I really want to keep doing it. So for the next month, I will keep doing it and I will keep trying. I will take baby steps this time and see how it goes. But I am really excited about it. I found some awesome homemaking vlogs on YouTube and websites, and I'm really looking forward to trying out some of their things as well, even though they're not Stepford technically, but they do emphasize submitting to your husband and wanting to do things to please your husband and to make your home just an overall better place, which is really the basis for every Stepford wife. So, with that said, I am going to keep continuing the challenge. Um, I guess I'm just making it a lifestyle. And before anybody else says anything, because my best friend did bring this up, no, it is not a cult. Um, the idea of Stepford is just really a book concept. It's not it's not a religious ideology. It's just something that some women choose to do and some women don't. And I am one of the women that are going to be choosing to do it and see what happens. Um, and I have to admit, and I don't know if you may think this is bad or not, but my husband has been spoiling me rotten this month, which I was really surprised at. He does go above and beyond most husbands. Again, I'm just going off of generalizations. He's the only husband I've had. But this month, I will have to admit that he really has hit home with spoiling me. And he's really been going over the top with it. He bought me, uh, candles and chocolate. And, he's always thinking of me in some way. But I think this month he's done it a lot more than usual. So that's in itself is just motivation, because my husband does always do affection, but he's been doing it a lot more. And I'm really happy about that. So I think I will keep doing it. So I really hope you guys have been enjoying it, because I'm going to keep doing it. I don't know if I'm going to be recording every single thing, but I will be trying to record every once in a while to do a recap on things that I've done, and hopefully you guys will stay tuned. So until next time, Chaotix, I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday. Well, you probably won't be getting this till Thursday, so shows you how behind I am. I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday again. And until next time, bye guys.